What I'm about to talk about weighs heavily on my heart, but I still want to be sensitive when I'm approaching the topic, at least to those of you who really don't know about how you can change your lives through the real stimulus of exercise. See, I have these channels, they show up in my feed. One of these is called More Life Health Seniors. And I'm not just put off, I'm bothered, and it actually hits really close to home that someone could say better health and better life with the workout that they're suggesting, which is not even a workout. We're talking about Sit and Be Fit, the kind of thing that you would see on Channel 8 on PBS. This is physical therapy. This is range of motion practices. These are not exercises. The best thing that this could possibly do for the body is loosen up the joints, maybe allow people to move more freely. This is not creating the stimulus that the body needs. So I want to talk about this in detail, and I hope that those of you who don't know about these things, the scientific, biological, exercise topics that I'm going to be talking about today are so important and could actually save your life. So, sarcopenia is the medical term for the loss of muscle mass that happens over time. And this is actually the modern epidemic. It's nothing else. And activity, like moving your arms up and down, even with small 2-pound weights, is going to do very little for your physiology to change your state back to when you were younger. But I have good news. There is actually a safe workout that can facilitate this. See, for the past 7 years, I've been working with senior citizens and elderly clients primarily, even though youngsters do this workout safely as well. I will tell you this, physiotherapy, physical therapy, does almost nothing for people. But the workout that I'm going to talk about today is life-changing and life-saving. See, the way the biology works is that in order to create a physical change in the body, you need to first produce a stimulus. That's the workout. But it has to be intense enough to create an actual impact upon the organism, which is your body, that in turn will create an adaptive response. If the work that you put forth is not intense enough, it will do almost nothing in the body. I do have a newsletter that you can sign up for. In the bottom, a free PDF that will teach you exactly what you need to do to get started with the workout that I'm about to tell you more about, all of the physical benefits from it. I want you to be able to, for free, get the most out of your workouts, change your life. I also have an offering of a course as well. Of course, that costs a little money, but it is there. And start on your way to actual better health and actual longer life. Unfortunately, these YouTube channels like Sit and Be Fit, like More Life Health Seniors, claim that what they're doing is exercise. And like I said, it absolutely is not enough stimulus to change the body. So I want to tell you what actually does happen when we create that stimulus. For the past 7 years that I've been working with clients in this method, we have doubled people's strength to where when a 30-year-old person came into the studio, I've had 75, 85-year-olds that are stronger than them, can lift more weight, are in better condition and health than a lot of these younger people because of the muscle mass that has been added to their bodies. None of this can happen while sitting in a chair and waving your hands around above you or beside you or picking your legs up one by one. This has to be done in a very controlled and slow manner, the intensity of effort that we're after, and that is what keeps us safe during the exercise. So we know by my 7 years of experience in this method that we can double someone's strength who is 80 years old, literally double their strength. What else is that doing? Well, there was a study less than 20 years ago by a geneticist named Simon Milov, and he put people through just 6 months of actually very inferior training, but similar strength training to what I've been teaching for the past 7 years. A third of the genes that are associated with aging were made biologically younger. This is amazing. But it was also just 20 years ago that we discovered myokines and exactly what myokines are. When we work our bodies, when we produce an intense stimulus on our muscles to the point of momentary muscular failure, when we can't move any further, our body is flooded with these anti-inflammatory myokines that change our biology in amazing, unique, and powerful ways. This is exactly what we need to change our physiology. In fact, these myokines have been responsible for my mom doing the workout. She's done this for 7 years with me, but after just a year of the workout doing this, she reversed her osteoporosis completely with zero medication whatsoever. We see people come into the studio that I used to work at, and they would be throwing their canes away after 6 months to a year. We had a woman get up from her wheelchair. She had to use it all the time, moving from the car to the store, and then get in a wheelchair and then move around the store. She only had to use it at airports from that time forward, just because it was miles of walking, of course. So what we're talking about is unique and amazing. We're talking about actually lowering blood pressure, lowering cholesterol, reversing the effects of, Alzheimer's, killing cancer cells, creating the self-destruction cycle in cancer cells. These things, you would consider them to be miraculous, right? But this is just what happens when we do real exercise. Something also amazing happens when we are able to double someone's strength. The amount of taxation that's put on our organs is basically cut in half with the doubling of the muscle mass on our bodies, to where amazing things happen. We become twice as efficient machines, essentially, bringing us back to a youthful biology, which sounds incredible, where we're not actually like fixing the wrinkles on the skin, but what we are doing is we're fixing the wrinkles inside of our body that have deteriorated. And that simply means adding muscle mass to our body, getting the stimulus, flooding our body with myokines with every workout. Unfortunately, there are a lot of YouTube channels out there, like this gentleman, More Life Health Seniors, that don't understand that exercise has to be intense in order to be productive and have an impact on someone's body. The very last chapter in one of the most important books ever written about human physiology and exercise, Body by Science, is called The Ideal Training Program for Seniors. Very first paragraph talks about how seniors need to get away from the misunderstanding that they need some different stimulus compared to everybody else. What my thought process is that people like this channel, More Life Health Seniors, need to learn their job so they can actually teach people what the real stimulus is that's going to save their lives. This is a very serious problem, not just in the fitness industry and in the medical community, but also in the physical therapy community. There are a lot of people out there that simply aren't caught up with the most recent developments in biological science. I sent out an email yesterday to my whole email list, and I was talking about how in 1803 there was this huge meteor shower in France. Hundreds of people witnessed it. There were like 3,000 meteors that fell from the sky. And it took about like before that moment, people didn't believe that rocks fell from the sky. But then it took almost 200 years. Think about that. Almost 200 years for humanity and scientists to finally accept that rocks fall from the sky. Man, I sure hope for seniors, for elderly's sake, that it doesn't take 1 to 200 years for people to finally realize all we need is a safe and productive and intense stimulus to help reverse aging. And that's absolutely what this methodology does. So like I said, I do have a free PDF. I would love for you to download that, and I would love for you to get on my mailing list, hear more about the biological science of exercise, as opposed to the mythology that a lot of these people just simply don't know. They don't have the answers because they just don't know about them. I'm also going to leave some studies down below. There are 3 important things that I want to go over and I want to tell you about in further detail. So I hope that you'll take a look at those studies. They are all either maybe a little bit difficult to read because they are in doctor speak, but I'll do my best to kind of summarize them just really quickly below as well. And take a look at my course I'm offering. It's there. It's actually on sale for a couple more days, but that's neither here nor there. It's still going to be there for purchase. The important thing is that you download that free PDF, but that you know that what it takes to change your body and live longer, truly, up to 5 years longer or more, is what most studies say that we can add to our lives doing real exercise. And that's what I put in my Longevity Safe course, the 7 years of experience I've had with clients, helping them reverse aging, give them the myokines flooding their bodies. This is exactly the stimulus that your body needs to live longer. So seniors and elderly, I hope that you jump on the opportunity to really look at the biological science behind this, and I hope that you live a longer life with the power of strength training. I'll see you on the next video.